welcome back to Three Bitches Reviewing. We're your hosts. I'm Kelcie, and I've seen Doctor Who a million bajillion times.
I'm Bree, and I've never seen it.
I'm Brady, I've seen it twice-ish.
Now today was a very special day.
Very special indeed.
So we are on series 4. If you haven't been following along, I don't know why you're starting here.
Random video to start.
But also, I do know why you're starting here, because this is a great two-parter that we just watched. Episodes 8 and 9, Silence in the Library, and what was the other one? The Forest of the Dead. Yeah.
Parker knows.
Parker knows. It's a good one. It's one of my favorites. And you don't even know why.
Because that's her. That's gonna be her husband in the future. But also, like, the doctor settling down?
I hate that. Why do you do that to David Tennant
so often?
Okay, so starting off with Silence in the Library. Mm-hmm. It was directed by Euros Lyn, our boy. I love him. He directed Heartstopper and His Dark Materials.
Love him.
I love him.
Yeah.
And it was written by Stephen Moffat, who I think it was 14 days after these episodes aired, he was announced to be the next head writer and showrunner of Doctor Who.
Why did he leave? Why did our guy leave?
I don't know.
They're just like,
we're done. Yeah, they needed something fresh, maybe.
Okay, all right.
But this premiered May 31st, 2008. The Doctor and Donna are summoned to a planet-sized library in the 51st century. A scan for life shows the Doctor and Donna as the only humanoid life signs, but trillions of non-human life forms they cannot see or hear are present. A team of explorers led by River Song, who summoned the Doctor, arrives, and River acts like she knows the Doctor. She discovers the Doctor has not met her yet. The library's operation systems appear to be connected to the mind of the girl living in 21st century Earth. The girl psychiatrist, Dr. Moon, visits the girl, telling her that the library is actually real, and he implores her to save the people in the library. The Vashta Narada killed 2 of the team. The Doctor and Donna learn that the team are wearing communication devices which can store their thought patterns after death. The Doctor explains that the Vashta Narada are creatures that appear as shadows. The creatures use Dave's suit to chase the others. The Doctor teleports Donna back to the TARDIS, but the teleport fails. The Doctor later finds an information node with Donna's face, which tells him Donna has been saved. Lot to cover there.
What an episode.
What an episode.
I was confused as fuck, and I loved it. So I was like, what? I was like, we're not in her mind, this girl's mind, and all the universe is just in her mind. I was like, no, that's too much. So what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And then how we kept, like, seeing her, and she's like, on the TV. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Who's this girl?
Yeah. And why is she so important?
Why is she so important?
What's going on?
But then immediately, sorry, let's go back a little bit. They, like, get out, whatever, and they're like, I think it's a World of Library. I was like, I see why I love this episode. She's like, you're like this. I'm like, yeah, it's a library.
That's not even what I was thinking of, though. But, like, that's true. I mean, hello.
Thank you. Yeah. But no, I was confused.
Were you confused about just, like, the plot of what was going on? Because you were like, the mystery was so good?
Yes.
Or River Song? Or both?
Not River. A little River.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly just, like, the plot, like, what? But it was, like, in a good way. Because I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Because then, like, the masks, people thingy. But then, like, the shadows. Count the shadows. And, yeah, a lot of layers.
Yeah.
I was eating it up.
Yeah.
And then we saw Ms. River. I don't know who that is yet.
No.
But if y'all haven't seen, we did, like, which characters we see each other as and ourselves. Mm-hmm. And she said I was like River Song.
Which is so true. And you get the vibe now.
I was getting the vibe. I was like, I need to see more of her.
Sure.
But I'm definitely seeing, I think I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. Especially archaeologist. Yes, that's me.
Yeah.
So no, I love her. Because, like, how is she tied to the Doctor? But also, how are we this far back? How is she time traveling? And she obviously knows the Doctor, and the way she was looking at him, and I'm like, no, you love the Doctor. But then was it Did he love you? Must have. Married? So much going on.
No, while I was rewatching these episodes, I kept getting chills. And, like, I forget just how incredible these episodes are. I mean, I don't forget, but, like,
Yeah.
it just feels more amazing.
Yeah.
Every time I'm, like, actually watching it, I'm like, oh my God. And it's heartbreaking. And then the things that I notice, like, just tiny little things. And it's probably not even, like, they didn't mean to do that, but
Yeah.
it just connects so well once you know everything.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Because, and then we saw her with his life journal diary. Is that of his life?
No, so it's her diary. And
I love the TARDIS.
You're
like,
right.
Uh-huh.
So it's her diary that she makes sure that they keep track of where they are so that they don't spoil things for each other. So, you know, she was like, okay, so have we done, you know, the Byzantium yet?
Wait, so
Obviously
she
not.
made that, like, both of them, when she knew, by both of them made this.
She's the only one that writes in this. He just has everything in his brain because, like, he just remembers everything. So, like, he doesn't have a physical diary.
Right.
But, like, their check-in is, like, her, you know, she has to write it down because they keep meeting in the wrong order is what it sounds like from her book, right?
I was a little confused on that. I thought it was like, just find your book of your life. And I thought that was like, is that the book of his life?
No, it's like whenever they intersect.
Okay.
Because she's like, oh, the life of a time traveler, you know.
Right.
It
Okay.
can get so crazy and, like,
All right.
yeah, because you don't want to spoil anything.
You're right.
Because it's spoilers.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let's carry on.
Get into the episode. Brady, any thoughts or anything before we get into it?
This is one of my favorite two-parters.
Yeah.
Again, all of my favorite episodes play with time travel, which you'd think in a show about time travel, they'd lean into that a bit more.
Yeah.
But when they do, it's really good.
Yeah. It hurts real bad. Even though I don't know why it hurts. I
No,
feel
but
the hurt.
feel it.
Yeah.
And then when you actually know, and then you
Yeah.
watch that,
Yeah.
In the doctor's eyes when he's staring.
just like the numbness. Ah! That's part 2, guys.
Because
Okay.
he doesn't know her, but knows how important
Yeah.
she is to him.
Yeah.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
First off, I do want to give some fun facts.
Oh, I love a good fun fact.
So first
Wait.
off,
Brady, do you think I'm like River Song? Did you get that vibe a little bit anyways?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
so first off,
Mhm.
River Song originally
Mhm.
was going to go to Kate Winslet. They wanted Kate Winslet to play River.
Miss Kate.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
The doctor loves a blonde.
I know. Ultimately went to Alex Kingston,
I love her.
who I can't imagine anyone else as River but her. Like, I love Kate Winslet, but River just has that spunk.
Yeah.
And I think the youth, I know that, like, they were both young at the time, but, like, Kate Winslet always seems very mature to me.
Yeah.
Like, very proper.
Yeah.
But, like, Alex Kingston just gives that, like,
Yeah.
you know, it doesn't matter how old I am, like, I'm gonna, you know,
Right.
run and kick some ass and, you
Yeah.
know, badass bitch,
Yeah.
sarcastic, incredible, amazing. I love her so much, which means I love you so much. But yeah, and then also, so the actress who plays Miss Evangelista, the really pretty
Oh, love
girl.
her. Uh-huh.
So
Uh-oh.
I know her because I know that she's married to Tom Sangster, who I love.
Is she?
So they got married, I think 2024, so very recently.
What?
But
Carry on.
she has a very famous ex that is very in the media right now, who apparently she married twice and divorced twice.
Didn't learn the lesson the first time, I guess.
You want to take a little gander, a little guess?
Who?
I'll give you a hint. Trump's learning the same lesson right now.
Elon Musk. She was married to Elon Musk twice and divorced twice from him.
Elon?
Yeah. I know.
How you go from Elon twice to
I
Thomas
know.
Brody Sexton? Elon twice?
I know.
Oh my god, yeah, I actually knew that. But I
Yeah.
didn't recognize her.
I know when you see her and you're like, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he was also married to Grim? What is her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know when all those timelines
What
add
the
up, but
fuck?
yeah.
Ooh, okay, cute.
Cute.
Ooh.
But yeah, and then originally,
Mhm.
so Stephen Moffat wrote these episodes, and originally he wanted it to be the Weeping Angels, something with the Weeping Angels, but that ultimately went to the Blink episode in season 3 with Martha and the doctor. Blink.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, he wanted to do it that, but it went to that.
Yeah.
Like, that's bad.
There was a whole thing. So he was supposed to write a 2-parter
Mhm.
back in season 3, but ended up not. And so they did that one-off
Oh, I see.
of the Weeping Angels.
Okay.
So here, originally, so he wanted to make the show based in a library because he was like, people know libraries. And then he originally wrote River Song to make the plot make more sense. And he was like, he knew that it would have to be a team of archaeologists and that they would have to trust the doctor, but that the doctor's psychic paper could not explain and convince the team why he had appeared in a sealed-off library. So he was like, he intended for the doctor to know one of the archaeologists. So the doctor was supposed to know River Song originally,
Okay.
and that would make everyone trust each other.
Okay.
However, he decided that this idea was too dull.
Okay.
And so he was like, what if one of them knew him, but he didn't know them yet? And so they have like, the mismatched timelines.
Why couldn't he use a paper right now?
The psychic paper?
Yeah.
What do you, well, he did use it, but like to have, like explain why everyone should trust each other, like how would that be enough?
No, but like, why couldn't he use that in this episode right now? Like, why didn't he use that? Like, what was the, like, I can't use it?
It's not that he couldn't use it.
Just that he didn't have to.
Yeah, he didn't have to.
Oh,
Because like, they don't want to rely on that too much to be like, no, look who I am. I'm this person. Okay, now you trust me. It was more of just like a more intriguing way.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, like, in the episode,
No,
why didn't he?
Yeah, it's
just because, like, she already...
Yeah, she knew him and therefore could convince her team to trust him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she was the one who sent the message. Yeah, with a little kiss.
I know, okay, kiss!
And then also, later in the episode, she has the squareness gun.
Yeah.
Which is a reference to Captain Jack Harkness.
Oh, yeah,
I've
seen that shit.
Yeah, when we first met him, and Rose coined it a squareness gun, and they used that same term here. So.
Hate that shit, though. Won't lie. A square?
It's like never used again, don't worry.
Good, thank you.
So, now getting into the actual episode.
Guys here?
Yeah, Alice Kingston.
She's so beautiful, so lovely.
I know, I love her.
Okay.
So, getting into the actual episode now.
Okay.
So, we have this little girl. Someone's in my library.
Yeah.
Why are they in my library? How'd they get in? The library's in your head. In the real world.
Well, I know that.
I know, but how did they get in?
Caster.
Yeah.
Okay, I think.
So, you were like confused. You're like,
Heavily.
who is this girl?
Kelcie,
What's
what
going
the
on?
fuck?
You're like, is it in her brain?
That's
like,
what I was saying. I was like,
world?
it can't be. Because, like, the way I was looking at it, I was like, so everything, the universe that we know is in her head? I was like, no.
God?
So, like,
God is
literally,
a child?
God's a child and it's just her imagination? Like, what? So I was like, no. So what the fuck? I was like, how do these connect?
Mm-hmm.
Because then she said, this, the library's been dead for 100 years and da-da.
Yeah.
Bro. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Right.
So good.
And then Donna and the doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, busting.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Hey. And then.
Yeah.
And then I loved seeing now.
Yeah.
The Dr. Donna.
Yeah.
Going into the library being like, oh yeah, no one's here. What? Oh, spoilers. You can't look at that.
Yeah.
Biography is your future. And she's like, isn't traveling with you a big spoiler? well.
No, I don't show you the main parts of it.
Again, I just love their dynamic and like how they can bounce off each other. The writing is just top tier for them. And again, like I love he's like, well, you know, actually, I didn't choose this place by accident.
Yeah.
I got this message. And she's like, oh, with a kiss. I just love them so fucking much.
Yeah.
I love them so much.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, million. I love how he said that. Million.
I hated that so much. What do you mean million? Million.
Or like trillion.
Or trillion.
Or billion.
Or whatever a million is.
Million to the second power.
Thank you. At least. Yeah.
But I was like, what about the bugs? Like, what about itty little bitty bugs? What if that was the million? What if they were just tiny little baby bugs all around? Because they like looked at humanoid, and bugs are humanoid. And I was like, what if they were just little flies all over? Little fleas.
I imagine they probably. I don't know.
I'm just saying, plot hole.
Hey.
Plot hole.
Right.
Also, the library is a planet.
Yeah,
right.
which is
and
so
there's only
sick.
4,000 people on it.
I was in the same thing.
No, but people don't live there. They just go to visit.
Yeah, but still.
A whole planet that can be visited still.
Look.
There's only 4,000 at the time?
like-
the entire
I feel
planet?
like
No.
there should be
Uh-oh.
at least 4,000 workers.
No.
Literally.
No.
Employees.
40,000?
No, because the workers are the robot thingies. Okay?
Okay, people who were coming. The entire planet at that time. 4,000?
How many people go to the library right now?
At least 4,000 a day.
People don't go to the library enough, okay?
It's a whole planet.
I know, but they ain't going.
How many
People are still dumb in the
on
future.
this whole planet is going to the library on the daily? On the whole planet.
There's only 4,000 because they're all using Libby.
Yeah. No, but my question is,
Okay.
why were they all only human-looking people? Why weren't there other species?
That is very interesting.
Because when they all got back, why aren't they other species?
Yeah. So is it just human or
Like human descendants?
yeah, like it's just for that, you know?
That's what I'm saying. And I want to talk on that when we talk about part 2, because there was something really interesting that they almost did. And it would have been really cool.
Okay.
But we'll talk about that when we talk about the second part. Okay. But getting back here. So Dr. Donna, they're running through. They're walking through. And they see that robot thingy. Which was kind of cool. It was a cool design. Like,
No, I loved how it looked, and then I feel like it cheapened it with the face.
Really?
I would have loved it was like, because I was like, it looks so like natural and earthy, cool thing, and then like it could have been cool if it was that no face thing, but it was just like you could hear a voice coming from it, you know? But I was like, the face.
I definitely think that the reason they put the faces was just so they could have Donna's face.
Yeah, I know.
At the end there.
I know, I didn't like that.
But
To show that she got uploaded.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you recognized. So the second one of those robot things that they talk to, that Donna specifically talks to, is a male face.
Is he from Once Upon a Time?
Yes!
Okay, I was like,
Yes,
that face.
it's Josh Dallas, I think is what his name is.
Yeah.
Married to
the same
girl
one
who
on
plays
there.
Snow White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I see that.
That
Like,
was him. Which I just think is
cameo.
so funny. You know, he was a working actor.
He was a working actor.
But to be an American and get on Doctor Who,
Right?
good for him.
Absolutely.
Call me
take
up.
what I
I'll
can
be a face. Love that for him.
Yeah.
But so I just thought that was funny that he was on it. Every time I see it, I'm like,
I know. I was like, hey, Once Upon a Time?
oh, and, you know, the evil queen put him there as like for a minute. She was like, I really want to give him something crazy. And she was like, that's too crazy. Bring him back. Bring him back.
He's like, all right.
That's the lore. That's the lore. Doctor Who is canon in Once Upon a Time.
Thank you.
I mean, it's like a fairy tale. It would work.
Ooh.
I see it.
Yeah.
No?
No?
But I did love that when they were like asking like, so, you know, what were the messages? Or,
Oh, yeah.
You know? And then the woman speaking, the face on the robot is just monotone.
Yeah.
Like, run. For God's sake, run.
Yeah.
Squoop, squack.
Yeah. I said, oh.
I love that. I think that added
so
like,
eerie.
Yeah.
And like, what the fuck?
like, what is
happened?
going on?
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
No, I love that.
What did you think of that, Brady?
What was it?
That the robot face was like just monotone, telling the message of like, run.
Dear God, run.
And then like the eek, squeak, squawk, whatever the noise of the
Boom,
monster.
Bop, ding, dong.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
It like added to the like scary. No?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of
I was with
there.
you.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, that's eerie.
I know.
Yeah.
Although you're repeating over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as they're all running away, I thought was really fun.
Yeah. And like, watch the shadows.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that I think Doctor Who does really well is they can take something so mundane and turn it terrifying. And those always end up being the best episodes. The Weeping Angel, the Vashta Nerada, in the shadows, on every single planet.
I love that. It's like, if you look in the sun, you can see little particles. I was like,
Yeah.
oh! I love when they take like real life shit and like,
Yes.
I was like, oh, that's sick.
because it adds that layer of realness that we need to connect to be like, oh, that's scary.
Too close to home.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Because like the aliens are super fun, like when it's like, a really cool design, the
Yeah.
Slovene, whatever, so cool. But then when it comes back to this, that's I eat it up. I eat it up.
Yeah.
But also for the for those like helpers, those
The robot?
sculptures,
Yeah.
robot. Wasn't there like a voice that said like, don't, like there was a warning that somebody said,
Yeah.
like recording.
Yeah.
But
that's
didn't
what we're
everybody
talking
get saved immediately? Like the second they noticed it, everybody
No.
got saved?
about. No.
Oh.
So they find out that once they teleport Donna, and then in the second part when they realize that she's not on the TARDIS and everything, they realize that when everyone was teleporting, they had nowhere to go.
Right.
And so the CAL system took them within the teleport
So-
But
ether
it saved everybody before the Vashta Nerada could.
when
like-
they teleported.
They attack. They're like, shit, we gotta go.
Yeah,
Teleport.
and there's only like so many teleports, so they have to take turns teleporting. So they weren't all teleport like it was that
I thought they
those round
instantly
systems.
teleported everybody.
No.
Because then they instantly teleport everybody back into just randomness.
Yeah, that part made it not work out.
I thought it was just like,
But-
we notice it and then whoop, pull everybody out.
No, but like pulling everyone in was via teleport.
Okay.
So they had to take turns.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Don't worry, I can explain. Don't worry, Stephen Moffat. I got you, Bo. So
Okay.
then they're like, okay, run.
Mhm.
Now, I want to talk about the library design really fast.
Okay.
Because I always think it looks kind of cheesy and cheap.
Easy and cheap.
Because you have like the bookcases, but then there's like green lights behind like the screen that's behind the bookcases. Do you know what I'm talking? Yeah.
Oh.
And it's because I don't know if like
yeah.
it was supposed to be green screen, and they're like, no, we'll fill it in, we'll make it look like there's a bunch of books behind. And they were like, you know what, it just looks cool. Well, we don't need the budget. We don't have the budget for
was
that.
weird.
Or they were just like, no, it's like a cool vibe.
It's like Alien.
But I'm just like, it's because, like, I know it's because they didn't have, a full set they were working with, which, like, I get it. But, like, make it black.
Or like
Make it look like
you
the
can't
back of a
see through a
bookshelf.
book. Yeah, so you can't see through the back of this one. Just
Yeah. So I don't know if maybe I'm the only one that it bothers, but
I noticed it, but I didn't have any thought on it because I was more like, what the fuck?
Just in the story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like,
yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's like when you watch it so many times, you're like looking at different things.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
like you notice things and then you can't unnotice them.
right.
And you're like, you know?
Yeah.
And also when they get to the door, I like how the doctor's like still trying to use his sonic
Oh
on
my
it,
God,
trying
yeah.
to open it up. It reminds me of like trying to get Donna's grandpa out of the car.
Yeah.
It's like he doesn't even think of using force.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
It's always just like let me do a trick.
Yeah.
Or something.
Except his Sonic can't do what?
Right. I get it. It's for technology and metals and thingies.
Mm-hmm. But It's can't do wood. And I love Donna. What do you mean it can't do wood?
Not living room. Boom.
Yeah. And I love, how'd you learn to do that? You know, got to keep things fresh in the bedroom.
Ex-boyfriends, you know.
I love her.
Yeah.
Again, every time I'm just like, yep, that's my girl.
Mm-hmm.
And then we know now we're back into where we saw the girl.
Seen them, yeah.
And then now we see that it's like a little robot thingy.
Yeah.
Which the design kind of looked like the, what were they called? Toclafane.
Yeah.
Not that I think they were supposed to be a like thing, but.
It was just the one though.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah. And they were like, oh, it's a camera.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. And they go,
it's like, Baby, stop hurting me. Or some shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's alive. I'm so sorry.
And I love that the doctor's always on it like that.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I love him.
Love him.
I feel like that was Rose. Rose really did that for him.
Yeah.
Made him softy.
Yeah.
Made him care.
Made him connect.
With the
human.
people. You're human?
Made him human.
He's human?
In the inside.
One heart is human.
Yeah. Rose did that.
Yeah. That one's the one that loves Rose. And the other one is the one that
will love
River.
But the one that loves Rose is a little bigger.
Yeah. like the Grinch. It just grows big.
Get focus back in. Come on.
Sorry. And then now here's where we come in with the archaeologist.
Yeah, I was confused. Where'd they come from? What does that mean?
Look, they were the main dude, the one in charge, Mr. Lux. He was like, yeah, we've been, trying to hack into the system because they completely closed off.
Yeah.
And then they were able to get in there because they finally broke through.
The little expedition.
Yeah. Very well, we kind of find out that it's because he needs to get to the Cal system to try to figure out what happened. And because we find out later that Cal is his family.
Yeah.
That's the reason why. But he's being an asshole not telling the doctor because...
But also, it's been 100 years. He said it's been dead for 100 years. So all this happened.
Yeah, but they've been trying for 100 years to get into the system. And because, it was so well under lock and key that they couldn't until now.
It wouldn't let anybody in.
Yeah. But, of course, the doctor has his TARDIS, and TARDIS don't give a fuck about shit like that. Yeah, I don't think so. So.
Okay, cool.
But what was your first impression of River? Because, I've been waiting. And I know I'm the worst at keeping secrets. And so, that she's important because I've talked about her.
But not really.
But, I've tried not to. But what did you think? This was oh my God, that's my girl.
My first, I was like, oh, River? Okay, let me see, we're the same. My whole mind the whole time. I loved her. Thought she was smart, badass. Loved, taking charge. She was like, put your helmet on. And he's like, why? Why is it just me? I don't fancy you. Love her. Yeah, I was more like, I need to see more of you. Because I like you.
Yeah.
And I like that you're trusting the doctor. That's just I'm having my life. Even though he doesn't even know. But trust him. I'm just like, what's going on? So yeah, I liked her.
Yeah.
But I wanted more.
Yes.
She's so pretty though.
Oh, isn't she fucking gorgeous?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, every single woman that's on Doctor Who are all freaking gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'm like, her hair, her curls.
God, I'm so jealous.
I know.
But then when she was talking as a doctor, I was like, okay, she's a little older. But then when she started talking the doctor I know, he's way older and da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know, saying all that stuff.
She was like, you're so young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, are you that much older than him? Because I'm like, ugh. That means she was she knew the doctor.
Well, you don't know how old she is.
I know.
You know nothing about her at this moment.
I know.
You don't know how old she is. Is how she looks how old she is?
That's what I'm saying. If that was Rose, and she's all talking about it, and let's say she was connected to the old doctor or whatever.
I mean, look at Rose and 9.
But they didn't have a romantic thing.
They kissed.
That wasn't real.
Yes, it was. It was real. At the finale, she took in the TARDIS.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't a real kiss.
It's like you need a doctor. Yes, it was. They kissed. For real.
Yes, they kissed for real, but it wasn't romantic.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, but I was just like, oh, so you're like older than him. I don't know. I was just trying to lock down the age because I was like, oh, I didn't realize you're like older, but I don't know. Loved her though. I'm just confused on how old she was.
Why does age matter at this point, though?
Don't be gross.
No, like truly though, I'm just trying to figure out because I'm trying to figure out your thought process here with that.
I was just trying to lock down because obviously she loved the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely was romantic by the way she was like acting with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was just saying like, you're so young, da da da. So Dr. She knew. I mean, obviously it's not like he's physically older.
Right.
It could be.
Exactly.
But I mean, still.
Because he's 900 years old.
Yeah, but I just mean, I don't see her and this doctor being romantic because she looks so much older than him. I'm literally just going off the looks.
Oh, I didn't think she looked that much older than David Tennant.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, she looked a little bit, but then also the way she was talking was like, okay, so when we pair you together with him, it's going to be someone who's physically older looking. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she, though, when she was talking about the age, she was like, your eyes. I can see in your eyes. Like, your eyes are so young. They haven't seen as many bad things as my doctor has.
Yeah.
Because she, like, you know, when she looked at him, she didn't know what rendition of the doctor he was.
Right. I'm just still confused. I was just still like...
But you think that she's going to be with Capaldi, is what you were saying.
Yeah.
So...
But then also, like, seeing that, I'm like, but then he looks too old for you.
But also, timeline-wise for filming, Capaldi is, like, what, 4, 6, 10? I don't fucking know. How many years after? Because Capaldi's not the next doctor. We know it's 11. So, Alex Kingston's going to age.
I know.
So, by the time Alex Kingston...
But I'm just saying, like, because she didn't look like she would be old, like, look-wise, old enough to be with the old Capaldi.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't know.
But will she look old enough?
I mean, she might. Yeah. But just right now, it's just like,
And you don't think that she's going to be with 11? What's his name? Matt Smith.
I mean, they'll probably meet because she was like, you know, they've met before. But I don't think when she meets him, it'll be like a romantic thing because she looks... I was just confused on the looks, you know?
You're too stuck on the looks, girl. I'm gonna tell you right now, like, you gotta get away from the looks thing.
But it's like...
She's like, I hate his face. Why does she like it?
I hate Matt Smith.
I don't, but it's just like, Rose, you wouldn't pair her with Capaldi, like, in a romantic way.
I'm gonna tell you right now, not Rose, but someone who looks very similar in age, they do. People go hard for that ship, for Capaldi and one of the companions. I don't like it. I don't.
But, like, do you see what I mean?
But not because of the age, because of the character. But people do not care. Because you have to, if you're thinking within the lore of Doctor Who,
Don't care.
they're 900, over 1,000 years
don't
old.
care.
And these human women
No, I know.
are 20s,
I know.
30s, however old they are.
Yeah, I know.
And the doctor, don't matter what he looked like, because he's already got centuries on them.
I know, I still don't like it. And if, like, okay, you're gonna be 900, like, Rose and him right now, fine, whatever, be together, because y'all look similar in age. But when you start, no, don't be gross. Don't like it. Don't care.
It's like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Exactly. Don't like it.
Yeah, well, just, you know.
And once I see that, I'm not watching the show.
Moving on.
One of the archaeologists is the husband on Handmaid's Tale.
Yes, the other day.
Yes.
I did not clock it. I was like, I know he looks familiar. And Brady kept saying it. But then, like, once I said, he was like, yes. And I was like, I don't see it still, but, like, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, he was so young. He had long
big
hair.
Yeah.
Because in the show, he's, like, got a full beard and, like, short cropped hair. And I'm like,
yeah.
you know, 10, 20 years older.
Yeah. No, media's like, oh my good. And then the girl, I thought she looked like this one actress, but it's not her. But at first, I thought I recognized her. But I was like, oh my god, Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
We got like everybody in this episode.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is really funny because the archaeology team, other than Mr. Lux and River, they were all unknown actors at the time.
Good for him.
Like they'd maybe, done a couple things here and there.
Yeah.
The one who played the girl, I forget what her name was. Black girl with short hair.
Yeah.
Her, this was her first project.
Oh.
She hasn't really done much since. But I thought she did great.
I thought she did great too, yeah.
But anyway, so River Song knows the doctor.
Yeah.
And she thinks that he's just playing. She's like, oh, there must be a reason that you're pretending not to know me. And he's like,
girl,
I don't know you. And I mean, you can imagine, at this point that River knows the doctor, right?
Yeah.
But the devastation that must feel of you don't know me.
Yeah.
But I know you and like all of our history.
Everything we've been through.
Like, you don't know me. Like, this must be the first time that she's met the doctor where he doesn't know her.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, damn.
I'm like, I need a moment.
I'm like, crazy?
Because, no, but it is crazy. Because she's like, and like that moment when she's like looking at him and like, you're so young.
Yeah.
Especially when you know what the doctor's been through. Since.
Yeah.
No, because she's crazy. She's crazy.
I can't wait till it like really.
And I can't remember if it's here or like later because like they have a couple conversations together, but like when she's like my doctor can do this, like he snap and like, and then like she's like and then that because they didn't even know, but then she touched his little right here. If you know, you know.
I don't.
If you know, you know.
And I don't.
They get it.
Okay.
Right?
Brady, you get it?
I suppose I do.
Ooh.
We talked about it. You get it, right? You get it? When she touches him?
Oh, yeah.
He does not give a fuck.
When do we see that? Next season?
I ain't telling you shit.
Like, now I need to know timeline. Because, like, this is obviously the first time she meets the doctor,
Yeah.
So, like, moving forward, like, I want it to be in order of, like, this is the second time, technically, she would have seen the doctor after you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of want to see, not that it would be in order like that, but I kind of want to see that.
Okay. Like, okay, kind of a spoiler, but I feel like it's not. Yes, we're going to see River again.
Well, yeah.
Right? Now, we do see River multiple times.
Yeah.
There is, like, a whole, like, there are lists, and people have created River's timeline in order to the doctors, because it's not in order.
Yeah.
Every time they meet.
Right.
And so, and when you watch it in her order.
Yeah. As in her order, like
her, like going, like her,
from
like,
the first time she thinks she's met the, like, oh, hi, my name's River.
Like the first time she meets the doctor to the last time, which it would be this episode.
Yeah.
So instead of following the doctor's timeline, you can follow River's timeline and watch all of her episodes.
Yeah. And it's even more devastating.
Like, that's what I want to see.
And you will. But we've got to watch a lot of Doctor Who first.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
More than you'd think.
Yeah.
I want River to come back. I don't even give a shit. I'm so mad that we didn't see her in the shooty. So, they're here. Just everything with River is incredible because the other thing, too, you have to think as an actor, Alex Kingston does not know anything else because they did not have her storyline. This was like, the reason River was created was for this plot specifically. And then they're like, yeah, we'll do something with her later, though. So, like, at this point... Alex Kingston only knows so much that whatever's in these and whatever Stephen Moffat had like maybe come up with.
Yeah.
But at this point,
it was like you can feel the history that she bring like
and
the emotion.
she brought it. And then even David Tennant being like, you know, I like having to feel like I'm going to know this woman.
Yeah.
And this woman is going to be extremely important to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know her yet. And just the nuances that they had to bring to the table here were so brilliant, and they did incredible.
Yep.
Incredible.
You could feel like I need to protect her
Yeah.
for my future self. But like I know she's gonna be important. But like I don't have that like connection
Trust,
right now. But also
yeah.
like, you know.
And like what if she's lying to me? What
Yeah.
if like she actually
But also like she be known to me too many things and like
Yeah.
That
And
moment between them where she's like, I don't have time. I need you to trust me.
Yeah.
And then whispers his name in his ear. And him just being like, yeah.
Yeah.
And like at that point, we don't know what she whispered in his
I
ear.
know. 'Cause I was
Did-
like, what the fuck
yeah.
did she whisper? Because it was so quick.
Yeah. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, his name was my name too. Whenever we go out, the people always shout, they go John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Da, 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 da. That's what she whispered in his ear. That's actually the doctor's name.
When do we learn his name?
Never. It's actually going to be a big plot point. Doctor Who?
Exactly. Dr. John Jacob Jingleheimer.
Yeah, you guys think like he uses John Smith? That's because that's literally
his
John is his name.
Yeah.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Smith at the end.
Thank you. All right, so where are we?
Okay, so now they're all together. Da, 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 da,
Yeah.
Figuring it out. Lots of sass. Dr. Donna, like they've got their thing.
Yeah.
Then this group, but
Yeah.
then they have to interconnect.
But then how Donna was like, you know him, but you didn't know me. Why don't you know me? And then the way she looked at her. So I have to tweak my thing. So
What do you think?
she gets erased or whatever, but the doctor remembers her or something. Or maybe she doesn't get erased, but like something. Because obviously she's heard about Donna, so like she had to have heard about it.
Noble.
Right. So like she knows about it through the doctor.
Right.
But then what happened to her?
What happened to Donna?
Because she's not there. Because she doesn't know her and she looks at her like that. So she's not completely erased from everybody's memory. At least not the doctor's.
Or he gets it back if he did lose
Or he
it.
gets it back. What happens to her?
I'm not gonna tell you. But pretty much, Vash and Narada in the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
They're killing people. They can get into the suits. It's when shadows cross, they kill Dave.
Yeah.
And
So
they
they're
also
not in
kill...
all the shadows.
No, they're not in every shadow. But they're in the shadows.
Okay.
And then first, though, we first get Miss Evangelista. She get killed first.
I know.
Miss poor girl. Everyone hates her because she's dumb.
It's like, so she's sweet. It's not being
Yeah.
assholes.
But also, like, you kind of have to think, like, how'd she get that job?
Yeah.
Because Mr. Lex, like, personal assistant,
Yeah.
personal everything?
Yeah. Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
But like, but the whole Donna was like, nobody thinks you're dumb, and like,
Yeah.
oh, da, da, da,
So
da.
my father told me that I had the IQ of plankton. And I was pleased.
That's funny.
No, really. I was pleased.
Don't laugh at her.
Disgusting. Men.
Man, Jesus.
But then her...
I just fade away from you.
we get, like, this neuro relay.
Bro.
And the, like, is the nice woman there? Is the nice woman there? And, like, no, I'm here. And just also Donna's reaction to this, too, is like, this is crazy. This is too far.
Yeah.
Like, what is this technology? I
Yeah.
don't like this. That's crazy. What would you think of that? So it's like
It's like you're talking to her.
waves.
Yeah, but it's like you're talking to her like as she's dying, but she's already died.
Yeah.
So she's like a ghost of that. But also like she still can respond and hear you. And then you're talking to like a skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be tripped out too. I'd be crying too.
Yeah.
And then how it keeps repeating. Like, what? Don't tell them I think I'm stupid, or
Yeah.
don't tell the girl.
And I love River here too. Like, we're getting how River is with people as well, because she, you know, when the other groups are like, can we just turn it off? And she's like, this is her last moment. Give her some respect.
Yeah. Nah, it hurts.
That goes deep.
Nah, it hurts.
It's such a good introduction to her character.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I love her.
But also, I'm like, maybe I'm like thinking too hard into it, but like, is there a double meaning here? Because River talks, I think it's in part 2, but she talks, she's like, you know, the doctor doesn't know me, and I think that might kill me. Like, this might be, you know, when I die, which we do find this is when she dies.
But why would you think that?
Because the doctor doesn't know her yet. This is the first time the doctor's meeting her.
Right.
So why would River, River's never going to meet the doctor again, because this is the first time that he's meeting her. And if they're like crisscrossed, opposite timelines, then, and she's like, maybe, you know, at this point, like when she was talking, she was like, I think, you know, that this might be. So I'm sure she's having these thoughts throughout the, you know, this whole thing. So for her to be like, you know, these are her last moments, like, give her some respect. I'm wondering if like she was taking that on internally as well. Like, this might be my last moment with the doctor. Maybe not even just like I'm gonna die, but maybe like this is the last time I'll ever see the doctor again.
I think I'm confused on that, but then almost like I get it, but I'm kind of confused.
It's supposed to be confusing because, you know, you're not supposed to know anything yet, and you are like, you know, how do their timelines go?
But more like, this is the first time I'm meeting him from his memory or whatever. But like, why would that mean that this is?
It might not.
Right. But like, where would you get that thought? I'd just be like, wow, I traveled back far.
I don't think she knew she was gonna die.
I think she had a thought, because River's been through a lot, especially with the doctor. She's been through a lot. So she knows how that all kind of works. And so, because like, you also have to think like, when it's hit, it's hard because it's not linear.
Yeah.
But also like, you know, is his first time doing something her last time? When we go further into that storyline with her, sometimes it is. Sometimes his first time doing something with her is the last time she gets to do something with him. Even though it's not necessarily linear.
That doesn't make sense.
It's hard to explain.
Because how is it the last time for her? Why would that be the last time?
Yeah, I don't see what you're...
Well, later they have a moment where something happens, and it's like his first time doing something, and she's like, and the last for her. It was like the last time that she got to do something with him.
Why would that be the last?
It's hard.
Because it's like she went backwards, like, we've done all these times and now it's here.
It's like the Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Right, yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's pretty linear back, like, it's like this. Their timelines are going like this. For the most part. Not 100%, but for the most part. It's like, the first time the doctor meets her means that that's probably the last time that he sees her.
So is she just, like, going back in time?
She's not going back in time. But it's hard to explain.
I know.
Without spoiling. When we get, well, you'll learn. I can't, we're getting too much into it.
Okay.
Well,
I just want to say, I'm confused on how the last time for her would be the first time for him, the first time would be the last time for her, whatever. Anyways, moving on.
It's fine. But so let's just skip to the end here, because we got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And
They met Cal over the screen.
Oh,
Through the
okay,
screen.
yeah.
They saw
Sorry.
Oh, shit, spoiler!
I thought you meant like they met Cal, like the computer Cal. And I was like,
Oh, no.
no.
Yeah, through the screen, and then Dr. Moon tells Cal that the nightmares are real.
Right.
Yeah.
And at the end, Donna, we gotta get out of here, you know.
Yeah.
And then I love that she's all talking, and he's like, Donna! And then
Perfect.
But what did you think when, like, you saw her kind of teleport onto the TARDIS and then, like, start screaming and, like, her kind of
I had
glitching?
no reaction. Because I was
You were
like,
okay.
literally, I was like, oh. So I was like, that wouldn't be, like, her death scene. Because that's too, like...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that happened. Like, it would, you know? I feel like if she were to die, like, for real, it would have, like...
Right. But you were just like, what's going on?
Yeah, I was just like...
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought it was horrifying, like with her scream, like and cutting in and out. I love that like top-down angle they chose and just showing her just vanish.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the Doctor has no idea.
Yeah.
That was my favorite shot of that entire episode.
Really?
Yeah.
I had absolutely no reaction. I was just like, oh.
Okay. Moving on.
My favorite part of this episode was the pretty boy, come with me.
Oh, yeah.
And then
I'm pretty boy.
Yes.
Oh, that came out too quickly.
Yeah. I love
favorite.
that. Again, I love how River talks with the Doctor.
Yeah.
I love how she is with him. Because you're just like, I need to know more.
Yeah.
I need to see them. What's going, like, what?
Yeah.
What is their relationship? Like, you know, because she has that kind of flirtiness with everybody.
Yeah.
And, like, just that sarcasm and, just her humor.
Yeah.
Is incredible. It's so fun.
Yeah. And I can't wait to see her, like, when the Doctor knows her. Like, what they're like together. Like, what's that dynamic?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And so, we get to, they're running. Dave's gonna go get him because he's not Dave anymore. He's Sebastian Narada. And she's a squareness gun. She also has a Sonic. And he's like, that's my Sonic. It's exactly like mine. Even though it's not.
You gave it to me.
Yeah.
It looks so different.
I know. But I love the design of hers.
Yeah.
I love like that. It has like that little ring thing.
Yeah.
Like for your finger. I love her design.
Yeah.
So much.
One of my least favorite designs is from the new season.
So the new
What's it look
season,
like?
it's like a remote.
It makes me feel like I'm watching Click.
Oh my God.
Like anytime he pulls it out.
Yeah, so apparently they decided to change the design because it looked quote unquote too much like a gun.
Okay, Disney.
And I'm like,
literally.
it literally didn't. If anything, it looks like a wand. It's a stick. It's a fucking stick that glows and makes noises.
Done.
It looks like it could be a screwdriver, like in that, like a hand, you know?
It just looks like
It's
a
a
little
stick.
multi-tool.
Also, there's guns in the show.
Yeah.
It's not like they're not trying to...
No, it's not because they were trying to censor. It's because the Doctor does not have, like, he's anti-gun.
But how long has he had this freaking Sonic? Why would he change it to a freaking remote?
It doesn't kill. It can't do damage. That's the whole point of the Sonic being his choice of weapon, if you want to call it a weapon. It's harmless, and that's the whole fucking point.
Yeah.
But yeah, they decided that the long stick looked too much like a gun barrel, I guess. I don't know.
So stupid.
Bye.
I think they just wanted to
Everything
change
went
it.
downhill with Peter Capaldi with the screwdriver.
Yeah.
You're gonna
what does his look like?
hate Peter Capaldi's screwdriver.
Can I tell her?
Yeah.
They're sunglasses.
They're fucking Sonic sunglasses.
Although I gotta say, it kind of grew on me.
It grew on me too, because then he shreds on a guitar sometimes.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
And he uses the Sonic sunglasses in a way that makes, like, he needs them for something for this, like, plot point.
Your face was all of our reactions. To start out with.
Yeah, but that grows on me. The remote, no, I don't think that'll grow on me.
Sunglasses?
It was better than the sunglasses for me.
Sunglasses?
No, I like the sunglasses better. But again...
And he plays guitar?
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. It's kind of sick. Because it's like old man Peter Capaldi just shredding on a fucking guitar. It's great.
Honestly, Peter Capaldi's pretty great.
Yeah. But also, okay, I saw a video of this girl talking about why everyone hates the news, like every time a new season comes out. And I thought that this was great, was Doctor Who fans love to hate on new seasons.
Yeah.
But then once it becomes an old season, we love it.
Yeah.
And it's the nostalgia. No, because you remember Peter Capaldi. Oh, I loved his scene. Everything went downhill with Jodie. Nashudi, oh my god, I miss Jodie. Oh, we need Jodie back. No, because like her episodes actually weren't that bad. Like, People love when a new season of
Yeah.
Doctor Who is up. Everyone hates on it.
It's like, we have to change it. But it's like, I don't like to change this anymore.
Yeah, why are you changing
Why are
it?
you changing it?
But then you go back and
Change it again. But I like that one better.
yeah, yes.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, that's so true, though. That's so true. But anyway, I thought that was really funny. But anyway, get back. I'm going to get back to this. It's going to be a long episode. What are we at? An hour? But pretty much, Dave is dead. Miss Evangelista's dead. Donna has been transported.
Dead.
They're dead maybe.
Yeah.
They're running. And then, I need some information. Turns, it's Donna's face on the robot thingy.
And she said,
Donna
I don't want
Noble.
to ever be a face on that.
Yeah, she's like, that's icked out. So that's like a dead person's face. Dead person's face? And why is Donna's face on there?
Uh-oh.
Donna Noble has left the library. Donna Noble has been saved. Donna Noble has left the library. Donna Noble has been saved. That shit annoys me, though. Let me tell you, I hate how it ends on her repeating that.
A little too long.
It went on too long.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, okay.
I wish it kind of faded as they ran away, but it stayed the same volume.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what would I rate this episode?
What would you rate this episode?
No, I was eating it up. Like, I literally would probably say, like, because the next one, I'm going to put this one, well, yes. 8.5.
I knew it.
Damn it, she's good.
I know you're not going to rate the other one a 10.
No.
I know you weren't. You aren't.
Yeah.
But I knew you were going to rate it like a 9 something.
Yeah.
But I knew you weren't going to put 10.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put a 10 for the next one. Just so you know. If you don't watch this video all the way through.
Yeah, I'd say like a 9.
Yeah, I'm going to say an 8.5 as well for this episode.
Yeah.
Because, like, amazing, really good setup. But the second part always is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Second part is a 10 for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let me get into it. Like, I'm here.
Here.
Okay. Episode 9, Forest of the Dead. Again, directed by Euros Lyn, written by Stephen Moffat. Premiered June 7th, 2008. Strackman Lux explains that the library was constructed by his grandfather, who had a giant computer constructed at library's core to preserve Lux's aunt Charlotte's mind. Charlotte saved the thousands of missing patrons' minds to the data core to escape the Vashta Nerada. Donna has also been uploaded to the simulation in the core. One of the dead team, Evangelista, reminds Donna her world is not real. After the Vashta Nerada kill more of the expedition, the Doctor discovers the Vashta Nerada's forests were used to create the books of the library. The Doctor tries sacrificing himself by giving the computer memory space from his mind to allow the patrons to be teleported back. River knocks the Doctor out and takes his place. The Doctor tries to stop her, but River insists that his death now would prevent her meeting him in her own past. As River initiates the connection, the patrons stored inside the computer rematerialize in the library. The Doctor finds a data recorder inside the sonic screwdriver his future self gave River, which has preserved her consciousness, and he uploads her pattern, upon which River wakes up in the simulation with her dead crewmates.
I have mixed feelings about that. But we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah. So, just continuing right back off.
Another story.
We've got Donna in the simulation. And, where am I? Hello, Donna, Mr. Moon, or Dr. Moon. Oh, yeah, we've been treating you for 2 weeks, or 2 months, or whatever it was.
2
years? Was it 2 years?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And, the way that time moves, and, we're just going to go walk on the grounds, and
Boom,
now we're walking on the grounds.
That was trippy.
And,
Like a nightmare.
yeah.
But it's also like dreams, because but also it's a nightmare.
And then, his constant thing of, and then you remembered.
Yes!
Like, oh, of course, Dr. Moon. How trippy.
No, real trippy.
So, Russell T. Davies said that Dr. Moon, they wanted him to feel almost like a version of the Doctor. Like, he could be like a kind of like essence of the Doctor.
Okay.
Which I think they got
Also
a little
love
bit.
the actor.
What's he in?
Yeah, I love him. He's in a lot of stuff. Let me find out.
Oh. I think I looked him up and I didn't really know him from anything. But I also don't watch a lot of shit. I just rewatch Doctor Who.
Oh, I love him. I can't think what he's in, but I just know he's in a lot of stuff and I like him.
Oh.
I also love how Cal watches Donna through the TV.
Yeah.
He's like following her story. I love those shots where it's like seeing them on the TV.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same.
It looks so good too. Like it looks like they actually filmed a TV.
Yeah.
Also, I love that, like, the bird sounds. Like, it almost sounds fake, like that tweet, tweet, tweet. And it's like, yeah, which that sounds very familiar to a future episode. You hear the birds. And it's a nice little callback if they meant it. But I think they did.
Okay.
His name is Colin Salmon or Salmon, Salmon. Yeah, he was in Doctor Who. He was in Nobody. He was in Arrow. He was in Merlin.
Oh.
Huh.
It's been a minute though since I didn't watch the whole thing. But Brady and I are supposed to be rewatching it.
Predator.
Ah, yes.
007 Die Another Day. 007 Tomorrow Never Dies. He's been in 2 different 007s.
Did he play some character?
I doubt it because it was 2 different 007s.
Goodness.
He was in a few. He's in a lot.
Maybe.
He's a
big actor.
He is a working actor. Like he is in a lot of stuff.
No, I love
Don't
him.
know the guy.
It has been since like
if
the
I met him on the
90s.
street, I'm sorry.
Hope I don't sound ridiculous.
I don't know this man. I love him. So anyway, though, we good?
No, we're good.
So
I love when Donna meets her man, and he has like a stutter.
Like,
It's like, ah.
and then I love her reaction to him. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, stem of that or whatever. She
Yes.
got, like bless you.
Yeah. I love that.
And then I love like, oh, like wait, we were there, and now we're here. Wait, what happened with him? Where'd we leave off? Oh, well, it sounded like he invited you to go fishing tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I love
And
she's dressed to the
with the
high
heels.
I'm like, that's so Donna.
Yeah.
And then
her
it's
just-
raining.
Yeah, sitting under. Like, oh, what am I gonna do with you? And then it's right to them getting married.
Yes.
Fun fact, the wedding dress that she's wearing is the exact same one that she wore in The Runaway Bride.
Oh.
So they must have just reused the costume. Love
Yeah.
that. And again, like just like this, like, oh, and then you remembered.
Yeah.
You know? And then later when Dr. Moon is visiting Donna and the doctor, like, you know, kind of sonics in and he's like, Donna. And then she's like, that was the doctor. And he was like, yes, it was. And then you forgot.
Yes.
Oh. And then she was like, oh, Dr. Moon. The way that he can just like change her memory to like forget or remember.
Cause like what's his What's his role?
He is, I forget what they say.
Cause
like he is the Dr. Moon that watches over Cal. Like even in like the library planet. I forget, what is it that he is?
Let me find out. I know he like actually is the moon.
right.
Oh, he's the avatar of the virus checker program. That's what he is.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which makes sense for like he's
Yeah,
a doctor.
yeah.
And, yeah.
Okay.
Which is so cool to
Yeah.
have that manifested as Dr. Moon. So
Yeah.
that Cal has someone to like see
Yeah.
and like speak to as like a virus defender program, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a firewall. That's
I
so
loved it. I was
interesting.
like, that's so sick.
So, I'll just bring it up now because I don't want to forget later. So what I was going to say before about the whole thing about there's no other species and how they're all like human looking, right? Well, not that it was a species, but the guy who is her husband in the simulation, I forget his name, but he was originally supposed to be an overweight woman once they are all transported back, but that's how that person saw themselves how they, like, that was what they wanted to be. And so that's what the simulation gave them, was that avatar, if you will.
Oh.
And so it was supposed to be an overweight woman.
Yeah.
And the reveal was supposed to be the woman stuttering.
Yeah.
And trying to call Donna.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
But Russell T Davies said that it was, quote, like, too complicated with too little time. Or, like, it was, like, you know, too much of a, like, a thing for such a small scene.
They built up this connection over one episode, part of an episode.
Yeah.
To kind of have that swap. Might not have that same emotional impact.
Yeah.
Aww.
And, like, why I make that connection with that was, it would have been interesting to see other species of alien, but they were all human in the simulation. I think that could have been interesting.
Yeah.
Like, another layer of, like, well...
Was that all changed for Cal herself?
Exactly.
Like, because I'm human, so I just want to see everybody, you know, whatever.
Like, because I'm supposed to... Like, I'm pretending to be a little girl right now. Like, that's where my... Like, I'm trauma...
Yeah, so I just want to do...
Closed in.
Yeah.
And I have to make everything look real for my trauma brain.
Right.
So everything is human.
Yeah.
That's, like,
that would have been cool.
Right? It would have been, I feel like, just a small little layer of, like, interesting.
Yeah.
Which is just, again, interesting that they did have an idea of that.
Right. A little bit there.
But, yeah. So I thought that was, like, that could have been really cool.
Why did he have a stutter and then not have a stutter?
He did have a stutter.
He had a stutter.
Later on in the...
Yeah.
In the visions and stuff, like with Donna, he didn't have a stutter.
Well, stutters aren't all the time.
But the way he seems like he stuttered all, like, real bad.
I think it's when he's nervous.
Yeah, well, so how stutters
maybe,
work.
you know.
Yes, it would be when you're nervous and certain letters, like usually like an S or a D, like those kind of consonant sounds.
Like the first time he met Donna, he was struggling.
Yeah, so...
And the last time he saw Donna, he was struggling.
Yeah.
I know, but, like, both my brothers have stutters. And, like...
But it's not all the time, is it?
I mean, for Caleb, yeah. And then Dylan...
Well, sure.
Yeah, like... Yeah. At least throughout the sentences or whatever. So just, like...
I think there's variations, like...
It just seemed like
people have
a severe stutter. To, like, nothing, we're talking fine, and da-da-da-da. Then, like, a severe stutter. And then, nothing.
Yeah, they didn't have any in-betweens.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't think that he spoke enough to really...
I don't know.
Like,
to me, it was like...
It didn't...
What?
It didn't really hit me at all.
I mean, yeah, with family members who have a stutter, you probably notice that more than anybody.
Yeah.
I was like, interesting.
But, yeah. So, Donna's in this simulation, and then she meets Miss Evangelista, who she gets the letter in the mail, and then...
Yeah.
Oh, now we're at the park.
Yeah.
And she has 2 kids, by the way. Donna has 2 kids. Little girl, little boy.
Literally remind me... Did you see WandaVision? Did you ever watch that?
Yes.
It literally reminded me of WandaVision. Did you see it?
No, but I know.
Oh my gosh,
it
you remind me of the same. I was like, bro, that hurts. Because at the end... Oh, it was so good, though.
And then Brady brought up a really good fact, because when Miss Evangelista, she's like, they're not real. Your kids aren't real. And then Donna's like, what? Like, what do you mean they're not real?
Don't you dare say that.
Yeah. And it reminded us of the new season of Doctor Who that we were kind of talking about last week with Miss Belinda Chandra, and how, you know, it was a whole wish world, and she has a kid, and then when the kid disappears because she didn't actually have a kid, in this reality version...
And they basically said the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have a kid. She's like, don't you dare say I don't have a kid.
Like, but Miss Donna didn't have to keep these 2 children because she didn't want them.
No, but then when she's like, I'm gonna keep my eyes open, I'll never close my eyes, I'll never...
Yeah, that was sweet.
Bruh.
But, like, they weren't real.
To Donna, they were?
Well, at the time, but then when Donna's out of the simulation, she knows they weren't real, so she ain't gonna go and be like, get them back, because they weren't real.
Yeah. Plus, it wasn't like a... Like, she wasn't with him for those whole 2 years, or whatever, like...
But it could have felt like it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because I'm still pissed at what they did to Miss Belinda.
Oh.
Why they forcing her to have a kid?
But this, though, it reminded me of WandaVision,
yeah.
and it hurt because she reacted the same way as Wanda did, and with the kids, and they're like, we're not real. Right.
Yeah.
So this one was really good.
Yeah.
Hurt. Also, hate how her face. Sorry.
I was just about to ask what you guys thought of that.
What the fuck? Fucking Snapchat filter? Like, ugh.
It was a little simulation.
Click and drag.
Literally, I was like, that's terrible.
At least it was just for a second. That's why she has the veil.
But it'd been better if it was just like, you know, blurred, scratched out, or, you know, like...
Yeah.
Anything else?
Anything else. Yeah. That was terrible. I was like, ew.
I can laugh at it and just put it away.
That was way too cheesy. Didn't like that.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting though that she was like, I'm a data ghost because I wasn't actually uploaded.
Yeah.
And like, oh, my IQ, you know, a decimal point must have moved, and like, you know, I have the two perfect things where I'm extremely smart and like ugly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's so good. Like, the way that she was able to embody that, like, dumb, pretty girl.
Yeah.
And then this version was, like, great acting from her as well.
Yeah. Should keep that veil on, baby.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Wow, that's rude.
It ain't ugly. It was, I couldn't even call it ugly. It was just like, ew, cheesy.
Damn.
Yeah. It was just, like, too easy.
Yeah.
Like, you have all of these great makeup artists and visual effects artists.
It could have been her face, but just like...
And it was like... Hey, nephew, can you, like...
literally
do this for me?
Put the filter on? Oh, okay. Let's just do that. Like...
Look, they got a limited budget.
Or just not...
And it was like 1 second. They're like...
Or just blurred, like no face. Like, we don't have enough to...
Oh, do like a rose?
Yes.
And
like an
episode?
pixelated blur would have been cool.
Exactly.
Because it's all a computer.
Yeah.
Like, it just wasn't able to or something.
Damn. Missed opportunity. Go back, re-edit.
Might have to.
We'll do release a fan version. That's the only
Just
change.
So
Not getting a 10.
So now back with Doctor and the crew.
Right. Yeah.
So they're still running, trying to figure out, okay, how many Vashtinarada are here? Let's throw the little meat.
Question.
Yes.
So we're back to them. The girl, black gal, how she got it. Is there two shadows? You know, whatever. He's like, don't move, and then turned her thing down, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, yeah, don't move. Ba-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. And then, they're here, everybody run! And then we all just ran.
Well, because they were hoping that they'd be able to save her.
Right.
And so, you know, they're not just going to leave her there to 100% be killed by the already dead people. So
what gives her the best chances? Like, she's almost guaranteed dead anyways, but they're like...
But the Doctor's not going to give up.
Yeah.
Because that's who he is.
So, like, we'll try our best, don't move, and then when we have to move, you have to move.
Okay, I was just like, don't move. Everybody run!
Yeah.
Move or not move? Which one? That'd be me.
I know, like, wait, am I allowed?
Do I go or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways. I mean, you know, survival instincts. I think that she was like, okay, well, yep, we're running.
It's like, what's the point of standing still? In the first place.
I think just they thought they had maybe some time to figure out, you know. But
also, when did she die? When they were all in that room and he like, he hurt my friend like that in there? Or
I mean, it's a little up in the air whether, like, when she actually died because, you know, her visor was tinted that whole time. So I don't think it's 100% clear. I think it's supposed to be up in the air because we learn that they can use their voices to speak.
That was so creepy. Like, that whole scene, because you're just like, well, then what happens? You're just gonna let him go? Like, but, like, the way it looked, that was so creepy. That was so good. I was, like, creeped out.
No, I honestly, the whole tinted visor, the skeleton heads, like, the Vashtinarada, I always was like, man, I hope they bring back the Vashtinarada.
Do they?
No. But it's such an easy one to bring back.
Yeah.
They bring back something else this season, in literally the new season. Why couldn't it be Vashtinarada?
What do they bring back?
But I feel like it would have to be in like another library or something.
It doesn't have to be, because the Vashtinarada are in every single planet. It's in the dust particles in there. It's everywhere.
Right, but in very small groups.
Yeah.
It's very rare for things to happen.
I know,
so
but like maybe
how would they
happened.
pose a threat?
I think they could be in a forest because remember they live in forests.
And it could be like a little village in the forest.
Yeah.
Like shit was going down.
Like have a little medieval vibe episode.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Hold on.
They do kind of like, they have a Robin Hood episode later.
Sick.
So like it could have been like that vibe.
I want more like
We had a little bit of
in
that
the
medieval
past.
in the new season.
Remind me?
When she went and got the baby.
Oh, yeah, but not a whole episode.
Well, no, it was just a little.
But it was cool.
It was cool.
I liked it, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I do think that we need more, like, of that kind of past. Because I feel like we get the same sort of, like, Victorian
era. Like, I'm loving it, but, like, let's go back to, like, Neanderthals. Like, let's go back in time or something.
Which they did do in Classic Who. Like, the very first season of Classic Who is, they go back to caveman. Like, it's a bunch. Yeah.
I want to see actual history. Let's go to freaking Chinese history. Let's go to, you know, like, I want to see.
We need, to explore other countries and more, like,
plus, like,
eras.
other countries' archaeology, other countries' history. Like, what?
Yeah.
You
Which
know?
I think they did do more of in Classic Who.
Let's bring that back.
Let's bring that back.
Like, we always bring back their little thingies and their, you know, let's bring back that.
They did do an episode this very new season where they went to Africa. And
cool.
it was like a African...
Was it current Africa or like...
It was current Africa, yeah.
Okay.
Or like
at least, you
somewhere in like, the current era. But that was a great episode.
That's cool.
It was a really good episode. It had our boy from Dark Materials, the guy we're casting in our TV show that we're writing.
Cool, I love him.
Yeah, he phenomenal.
Yeah.
Love him.
Sick.
But anyway.
Right.
So they're running... Okay, you, like, talk to me. Talk to me. You, that voice, use it to talk to me. Come on, let's communicate.
Right.
And then, these are our forests. Like, there's no forest in here. Doctor. Not only could it have been the books, but, like, what are shells made out of?
Right. You literally said, it's work on wood. Yeah.
But I really liked that. It was the books.
I know.
But also I was like, damn, are they anti-library? Are they library? Don't make books. Stop making books.
Just a big Libby ad.
Ebooks. Audiobooks.
But also, like, when they went to the forest to make the books.
Yeah.
Why didn't the vet know how to get them when they were getting...
Because they were
trees.
eggs, or however
Microspores,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they weren't
Like,
full grown yet.
Got you. Okay. Sorry. Ooh.
And then they hatched.
Please shut up.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting because it's like, again, another thing I love about Doctor Who is the enemy. Why is the enemy the enemy?
Right. Because it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
You try to commit genocide on me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm angry or whatever.
Like, you guys brought us
Let's
here.
look at the whole
like,
picture.
you fucked us over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You killed our forest. You took me away from my home.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I always think that that's always super interesting with Doctor Who. Is the enemy sometimes has reasons that make sense, and the Doctor can understand
like why there would be anger and hostility.
Now I just want to fast forward.
Let's fast forward a little bit.
River.
Yeah.
And the Doctor.
Yeah.
They know what they got to do now.
Yeah.
We got to upload. They've met Cal. Okay, who's Cal? Oh, she's my... Why did he say it like that, too? He's like, what, my great-grandfather's youngest daughter. Bitch, say it to your fucking, like, aunt.
You're great at
like, what? But it's because, like, she's a little girl, so I don't want to make it weird, but whatever. Also? Oh. Are you going to say the same thing I'm going to say?
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
But I thought the escape hatch thing that he did was really stupid.
Escape hatch.
Yeah, how he's, like, confronted by the two people on the other side.
God.
And he's
That's
like,
why you always stand by the door.
Yeah. And then, like, he's hanging, like, miles above, just pulling across on an I-beam.
Like, how do you drop, but then you're here?
Yeah.
And then you're...
Like, why was there a door there?
I know. And he just happens to...
The Doctor always has a backup plan.
Yeah, no, I see that too. I was like...
It reminds me of the 9th Doctor when it's a Slovene episode and he's cornered in the hallway with all the guys with guns and he's like, right in front of the elevator.
I know, and they wouldn't, there's...
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll let him go. He got us. He got us.
We'll give him that one.
But anyway, so they know, okay, they've been saved, they've been uploaded. You don't say saved, you say whatever.
You say safe, not saved. Or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
And then, okay, they're in the simulation.
Mm-hmm.
And so they gotta, on the computer. No, I'm trying.
Like a pass the fireball.
Yeah. And they're like, okay, we gotta upload to save them, to get them out of the simulation. We gotta give them more space and more memory.
I was kind of confused.
I don't know.
Okay.
But the doctor, he's like, I'm a Time Lord. I got so much space in my brain. I'm gonna.
Right.
And she's like, but it could kill you, River. She's like, it could kill you.
Please.
And he's like, but no, it's fine. Like, I got a better chance. But it could kill you. And she fucking
decks him.
Knocks him out, one hit. She's done that before.
That's why
I'm gonna tell you. That's my girl.
No, I love that.
And then, where'd you get handcuffs? How do you have handcuffs?
Spoilers.
No, but like for real. For real.
We got him on her. He's handcuffed.
But then and then she has the diary with her Sonic and his Sonic just out of reach because she's like, this moment,
Yeah.
it gives me chills every time. I think Brady was tearing up. I'm like, her just being like, no. Like, I can't let you die here. Like, you cannot rewrite those times. Don't you dare touch one line.
That
And you,
got me.
like, you watch us run.
Yeah.
I'm getting chills right now.
Me
like,
too.
Just the emotion. Again, Alex Kingston does not know what they've been through as characters. But she
to me, it's like, that's real. Like, she's filmed and she's done all that. Like, she know. Yeah, that was really good. Like, I felt that.
Yeah.
Well, like, it better live up to that.
It does. It truly does. And then she's talking about, the last time I saw you, had just gotten a fresh haircut and a new suit, and you took me to the Singing Towers of Beryllium. And then she was like, and you must have known. You knew that was the last time.
How? Because, like, did they say, like, oh, there's, like, an expedition to the planet, or, I don't know, like, oh, you're going? Like, how did he know that was the last time?
Well, the doctor knows how old she is in the future. The doctor knows when she's going to die because he's seeing it right now. So his future self knows her timeline because
but like
he's lived through it.
She just said we were just at
True.
those towers.
He knows
We
now.
spent a night together. He knows that when we spend a night at the Singing Towers, that's
Last
the last
because
time
she's
I'll see her
like,
before.
So it's like all like, yeah.
And like her realization that like the entire time that we were at that night, he knew.
And like, that's why you gave me the Sonic. That's what, like, and you, like, the tower sang and you cried.
wow.
Do you think we're going to see that?
Yeah. We freaking better. Like, all stuff, she's like back in the first episode, she's like, da-da-da, da-da-da. I was like, we better see those two. That'd be cute. It's like little, like, hey, she said that,
Okay.
But no, when we see this in person, because it's going to be, like, later. Because then, like, now we'll know. Oh my gosh, she's going to die. Like, that's why he's crying. But she obviously doesn't. No, it's going to hurt. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Just incredible. And then the doctor being like, you know my name. Like, you whispered my name in my ear. There's only one reason. So, like, oh! And then she goes, like, spoilers.
Does Rose ever know his name?
No, I don't think so.
Interesting.
I know. There's a debate. Like, who did the doctor love the most?
I know.
But like I said, I think that the doctor has lots of love to give. He's got two hearts.
No.
And one heart's for Rose, and one heart's for River. But it's different. It is so 100% different. Because here's the thing, too, is the doctor knows River is gonna die. Because the very first time he meets her, she's dead. She's gonna die. So the doctor knows that their time is limited and that their timelines are wacky. And I think that because of that, it intrigues him and it makes him like her because she's interesting to his life. To be honest. Because there's another character that her existence is very intriguing to the doctor, and that's literally the only reason why he seeks her out to begin with. You know, and like, you know, he learns to, you know, love people, like once, you know, he's actually, but the initial reason why the doctor likes someone is because they're interesting to him. And I think for River, she's intriguing, she's a mystery to him, and that's what really gets him going. But Rose, I think Rose was just this pureness that he hadn't had in a long time. And I think his love with Rose is very pure. While River, it's
There's like a reason
mystery,
why I'm into you.
Yes.
Well, here, just like, we just,
yeah.
you know. So it's Rose. Huh?
But I think that, again, like, all the love he feels is very true and very, you know, important.
But I need a number one.
I think it's Rose. Other people will say it's River. Other people will say it's someone else.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the doctor's got lots of love to give. Oh, so other people will say it's also someone else later. There's a lot of different people.
Okay.
But again, it's like different. Like, I ship David Tennant and, not David Tennant, but like the 10th Doctor and the 9th Doctor with Rose. I wouldn't ship Capaldi with Rose.
Yeah.
But like with River, I picture the doctor or doctors that she's with, and I ship them with her. I don't ship David Tennant's doctor with River.
Got you.
And I think that's like a very common thing. It's like whatever we see those characters with, for the most part, that's who I'm gonna picture. And I see them as like slightly different people because the doctor is a slightly different person every rendition.
Right.
So like, you know, like I don't know if 11, 12, 13 would love Rose, you know, the same way that 10 and 9 would. I think they would, but I don't know if 9 would love, you know, River Song the same way that, you know, the other doctors do.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, I see that. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Like,
What are you
with...
picturing a shooty with?
I can't tell you. Although I'm fucking pissed about that too. Because what do you mean? Now the shoot's gone, like what?
Is he gone?
Are they, what's gonna happen to them? Anyway, I know, I'm like, is he really gone? But I think he is. Damn. I know.
Okay.
So River dies.
Yeah.
And then all the people are beamed back. And
where's their physical form? How's that?
I know. I don't know. We're just going to say it's in the ether.
Cool.
Because they've been teleported. So what? Like, where is your body when you're teleported?
Right.
Where is it between space A and space B? Like, it's wherever that is. And that's where they are.
On a hard drive, it's ones and zeros.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
And then Donna, she's in the simulation. And I love that moment too, where she was like, so wait, you mean like this body's not real? I've been dieting! I love that. Again, so Donna. So Donna.
God, I love her.
But then she's home, kids, put them to bed, and then her husband comes home and she's like, it's not real, it's not real. And he goes, am I real? Of course you're real! And then everything's like turning white.
I'll fight you, and I'll fight you.
And then everyone's being back. The doctor is just numb. And then everyone kind of reconnects, reconvenes. And I love this moment with the doctor and Donna where they're watching everyone teleport away. Everyone's, you know, been saved, quote unquote, whatever. And Donna's like, you know, I found the perfect man. Doesn't speak a word. Handsome. What does that say about me? Yeah, adores me. What does that say about me? No hesitation, the doctor says everything.
Nothing. Nothing. Everything is a nothing.
But also, like, when you go on a deeper level of that moment, it's like it does say everything about her. Because that's what she deserves, is someone who adores her and someone who's handsome and someone who will let her speak her mind, because her mom doesn't. All the men, like, look at the last man that we saw her with.
Right.
The asshole dude who, you know, in Runaway Bride.
Yeah.
Who hated her.
Yeah.
Like, that does say everything about you, Donna, because you do deserve those things.
But the way
I know that it was supposed to be funny, but, like, people look back on that moment now.
But then why would he be like, I meant nothing?
Because she did take it, like, you know, bitch.
Okay. But he really meant it like that, you
Well,
think?
I don't know.
But, like, you think? You're like...
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
But I just,
Yeah.
I think it's, like, really interesting that, like, fans of Doctor Who can come back to those, like, very small moments and put depth to it. That now that, like, you know, we know more about her story as well. Like, we know.
Yeah.
But, and I think, it was really interesting.
She
and
disappears.
And then you have her husband.
Bro!
That was the biggest heartbreak of the whole episode.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Because
why
he
you're
was
a bitch.
real.
That's why you're a
That's
bitch.
true. That's true.
God, him stammering and like...
Like, so
couldn't.
close.
Yeah.
And then she just didn't see him. No idea.
But the fact that he saw her outside of it and still had those feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Did we see him again? Oh.
No.
Also, in this episode, I talked about this before in like in the Christmas special with the bridge guy. He's like, I wish they told me they were going to give me old dogs. How they give humanity to people doing evil things or like unlikable characters. Mr. Lux in this, like finding out like everybody's signing these NDAs because he's trying to protect family.
Oh, right.
And also at the end, when everybody teleports back, he is like, oh my God, you're back. Look at you.
Yeah.
Hugging everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, a great example of them giving humanity to otherwise unlikable characters.
Yeah.
And I love it when they do that.
Like, everyone feels so dynamic. It's not one layer. It's multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then we're at the end. They have the diary and, you know, her Sonic. And then they're like, oh, you know, we could peek. We could take a peek. No, spoilers. No, we can't. Start walking away.
And that push in on the thing. That was such a good shot.
But then, and I love River's monologue over this, the voiceover of like, everybody knows that everybody dies, but not every day.
Yeah.
And then the doctor running, no, because I would have thought about it.
Why would I give her
my Sonic? I love that. That to me was the moment where everything clicks in. For the fact that Stephen Moffat knew that he had to put that in, that River was this important to him, that the doctor would think about this moment for years to come, and that he did get to save her.
Yeah.
Like that, I'm getting chills. Like, look at that.
Me too.
Because
to know that he literally did like everything possible to save her.
Yes.
And, like knowing when he meets her in Puzzle or whatever, like, I'm still gonna save you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like there's no way in hell I'm letting you actually like die.
Yeah.
And like to know he has to like entrust in himself, like in his past stuff to think of that, you know, like whatever, but like
incredible writing.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And the fact that, like, when you're watching this for the first time, like, yes, you know that she's important somehow, but, like, you don't know yet.
Right.
And even Stephen Moffat writing it, he doesn't know yet how important River is to the doctor, but he's like, no, I know I have to put this in.
Yeah.
Like, he must have been, yes, yeah, no, it writes itself. When Bree and I write, we like to write scripts together, and we're writing a TV show. We'll do that. We're like, no, because they write this up.
And that's why we have this and that.
And that's definitely what Stephen Moffat was feeling in this moment, I guarantee you.
The way this episode written, Like, it makes me think, like, River was his number one rather than Rose. But I don't know. I mean, you know?
But he also saved Rose.
But, like...
He gave her up.
I know. But then thinking about all of this and, like, what it all really means...
I don't know. I mean, we also still have Rose's
I know.
back?
I know.
What's going on there?
I
So there's
know.
more to that story.
Right.
So...
But the way that this, like, is weighted, it's like, damn. In this one episode, I'm thinking, like, damn, did he love River more? But I don't know.
I don't know. Like, again, it's hard to be like...
Because it's, like, different.
More. It's different. It's way too different.
I know, so it's hard to,
compare.
like, yeah.
But,
Interesting.
I mean, I'm a Rose stan. But I'm also a River stan. But again, it's different.
It's, like, for different doctors.
Yeah, and different reasons.
Yeah.
But again, okay. So, he takes the screwdriver and he's like, I gotta go save her, put her into the computer. And I hate that moment where he's like, sorry, River, shortcut. And then he's just down the tunnel. I hate that. Why did he do that to David Tennant
So
often? Like, he's like flying down the stairs to the master, or they have him, the winged robots have him
They love
flying
that.
through like, why do you do that to David Tennant? It's so silly, goofy, stupid.
Yeah.
Stop making him cheesy.
Yeah.
Poor man.
Yeah.
Like, how'd they even film that? Was the camera up here and they had like wind blowing? He was just. You think that's how they filmed that?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
But then, and then he gets into the hole. And then how beautiful does she look?
Oh my god. And they're all like, this is
Stunning.
heaven, all in white. And
Stunning.
Stunning.
And then
And
Dr.
then-
Moon.
Because of the white outfits, they all have a little bit of a glow to them,
Yes.
which is really cool.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, that man just... Because she knows him. She knows.
But then also, like, is that how I'd want to live for the rest of my life? You know, or like...
I don't know, because you don't know River.
I know. But then, like, the only people that are here is, like, my crew. But, like, were we that close? I mean, I guess.
I know, right? I always think that, too. I'm like...
Like, were we really, like, locked in like that? And then, like, is this how I want to live with my crew?
I know. There's a lot of unanswered questions, even in the future, about, like, this ending for her.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's some plot holes to me.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we'll get there when we get there, but I'm like, I can't say anything, actually. I can't. It'll be too spoilery.
To me, it's like, okay, this is an echo of her conscience.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Even she described it as a footprint in sand, or maybe that was a doctor.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, like, is this her?
Yeah.
Is she still alive? And also, how did Miss Evangelista get her face back? And
Yeah.
So
she's back.
and
Also, is it her dumb self or is it her smart self?
Yeah.
So none of those people were uploaded themselves. So the Cal, she just
Took that from her memory or something?
yes, just like
Created them.
created them.
But also, like, why
So
would
they're
you
like
create
NPCs.
them? Why wouldn't you create, like,
because
her doctor that she loved, you
well,
know?
she is, but like in the background, these were the first people that she saw
fresh
that she
memory.
knows. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe River and her will work together in the future to like, you know, make other people that she loves.
I'm just like, I don't know. Like, maybe we could just let her die. Like, this just feels like a weird, like, dude, let her go. I don't know. Because I'm just thinking, like, how she's living with, like, her crew, with this little girl and the doc, like, in this world, like, is this...
What she would want?
Yeah, and, like, would this, like, if that happened to me, like, oh, okay. I mean, I'd rather it have been, like, something else with the people I actually love. Like, am I stuck here now? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know it's an echo.
Yeah. Could you think that's like a form of torture to be like,
Exactly.
I'm going to take your conscience and have your conscience know that you're dead,
Yeah.
but also
But then
live
you're-
with fake people forever.
Yeah, but it's also like a weird memory dream type work. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Not like the doctor really intended, obviously didn't intend, but it's just like, you know?
I do know. And I can't say shit. I can't say anything.
And also, nobody's going to come back to the library because the Vashta Nerada are still there. They just have one safe day to get everybody out. That's why everybody's teleporting away. Like,
Maybe
the
they'll
planet's
do
not
some
safe. Who's
extermination.
gonna come?
Yeah.
Like, she's just trapped there now. And nobody can come visit her.
And like, can you visit her?
Right?
And then like, if you do,
Just talk to her face.
I can't say anything.
Because like, I would take her in the moon, her little database, a little Echo. I would like put in a TARDIS. So like, I can just like be with her there, you know?
Yeah, do you have a portable hard drive?
You know what I'm saying? It's an Echo, so all this is not real. It's like simulated, so it's like saved.
Yeah.
So like, let me just take a little bit, put it in a TARDIS or something, and then she's like with me.
Yeah, it's like, if he had this, like, he programmed all this into the Sonic, why didn't he just make this fucking permanent?
Yeah.
Well, one,
Whatever.
he doesn't know her yet, and two, if River were to go on to the TARDIS later, so like before this happens to her, and she sees that, then she would
But she
know.
probably wouldn't see it. Like, I'm thinking like it's a, hey, she's a file on my computer when I want to
I
holler at
can
her.
pull up
but-
whatever I want.
But
Yeah.
also, we know the Doctor doesn't like to think of sad things, and I think that if he had that River essence on his TARDIS, it would make him sad all the time, and the Doctor likes to not think of sad things. I mean, look at this episode when after she died and Donna and him are having that moment, she's like, "Are you all right?" And he goes, I'm always all right." And she's like, "Is all right code for, you know, Time Lord code for not really not all right?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Why?" Because I'm all right too.
Yeah.
But like, he does not like to dwell.
Yeah,
So
but still, it's just
I don't think that in any universe he would have brought River's memory, whatever, onto his TARDIS. He never would have done that.
But still,
That's too heartbreaking
I'm
for
gonna
him.
lock her little essence in there. So like, yeah, she's alive, but also like, almost feels like a purgatory.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, but it still's like,
It's like a weird half-life.
yeah.
We have to move on because I'm gonna explode. Because I know things that you don't. Well, Brady should know, but he don't remember anything.
I'm really good at just
Forgetting.
dumping everything.
And I'm glad we can have these conversations. Right.
Yeah.
So,
So, that's it.
what would I rate this episode?
What would you rate this episode? Oh, wait, sorry. But at the end, we've got the Doctor now walking up to the TARDIS.
Yes!
That's her Doctor. That's her man.
No, I did love that. And then inside. So now, moving forward, he's gonna always do that?
No, not every time. He does it sometimes. It's like a trick. No, you know what it makes me think of? The episode with Nine and Rose when they went to the news station with that dude that we hated, and he gets the thing in his brain that opens,
yeah.
and it's like, and that's how you open it. That's what makes me think of that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
so what would you rate this episode?
I would rate this a 9.
Just a 9.
A 9?
No, that's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I would say 9. I think once I know everything, I'll probably come back and rate it definitely higher, maybe a 10, 9.5, whatever. But from what I'm seeing, the questionable ending, which is like not bad, obviously, 'cause like Saber, but not, I don't know. But the emotional, what?
I literally can't even say anything.
I love it. 9. Yeah, that was strong.
Would you rate it?
9.5 for me.
Not even a 10 from you?
The ending, I'm still like, I don't know how to feel about that.
Exactly.
And to a lesser degree, the weird Photoshop face.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm rating this episode a 10.
Mm.
I want to know what y'all rate it.
Mm.
You know who you are, you guys. My main. Because I know that you're here with me. Come on. Please tell me it's a 10. I can respect the 9s. I can. But, like, it is, like, when you know everything.
Yeah.
I've also got another thought
All right.
about
What?
Doctor Who in general.
What?
Okay.
Is that in this episode, there's a big hard drive that's like a quarter of the planet. And like even on that like security bot, we see like text moving and like it's old LEDs.
Yeah.
I find it interesting how the future is viewed in modern technology, like today, solid state drives are the most used form of storage. Hard drives are way less common.
Yeah.
That screen probably would have been like an OLED panel,
Right,
like you would have on a phone, rather than like those small LEDs. So I wish we could like see a future world with like older technology re-envisioned in a future way, kind of like how these are.
I have 2 points to make on that, but if you have anything else.
I'm just saying it's interesting. It's like modern Doctor Who, like if you go in the future, it's seen through the lens of modern technology. So you see modern screens and modern things.
But I think that there are some like future things that look futuristic that's like supposed to be future technology. So like you have these robot creature things that is like a future technology. They're literally taking dead people's faces and essentially putting them onto a piece of technology to use as a communication, So that's like a example. Another thing too is I think that technology ebbs and flows, and I wouldn't be like, this is a different planet. We don't even know what universe it's in. Is it in the same universe? And maybe technology, is slower there. Like the progression of technology is slower than it is on Earth.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's like a bad thing or anything.
No, I'm just trying to explain, like give an explanation of why maybe we still see what we think of modern technology in these future episodes, and why like it could be for them that is a futuristic piece of technology.
For sure. But I just think it's cool interesting how they view, or like they'll use the technology they have on hand to create what they think is the future.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So
I was misunderstanding what you were trying to say, I think.
I think so.
Well, no, I thought it was like
today, like we'll use our current technology to create a futuristic world.
Oh,
like
okay. I thought you were like
whereas like back then they didn't have OLED screens. They didn't have they didn't know solid state drives were going to be a thing. So of course it's a hard drive planet.
Gotcha. I thought
it was that 2008.
Exactly. Yeah.
Technology.
I thought you were saying that like why are they using modern technology to be futuristic when it's like actually not futuristic?
No, but it's interesting the limitations that they had.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm with you now.
Yeah.
I wasn't before.
You were giving me those talking points and I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's future.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Look, I'm hungry. My brain don't work when I'm hungry.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
But,
no, I've noticed that watching it too. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I wonder right now if they made this, like, how it really could look. Because I feel like, based on the technology we have now, we can kind of see, like, a futuristic and, like, make it seem super, like, futuristic. But back then, 2008, they didn't have that, like, technology
and I imagine,
to make
like,
it even.
in 15 years, we'll be looking at, our modern Doctor Who and be like,
right.
Oh, they used that?
Yeah.
That's so funny because they didn't have,
they have no idea.
Xeno drives yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So, last points.
Okay.
You're excited to see River Song.
Love her. Yeah, I can't wait to see her.
What's going to happen to Donna? We've got, I think, 4 episodes left.
4? What's that?
Not including, like, the Christmas or
Oh my god.
specials or anything.
But now I'm like, does she die? Because we just had River die. But I don't know if that means anything. If that's like, it's just like such a big character die. So are we going to have another one? Because it feels like the Master died. So that's why I didn't get my Martha death. So I'm like, is that the same kind of thing? Like, we had a River death, so I won't get my Donna death. But I still don't know.
Well, another question I think I've asked before is, are there, like, things that are worse than death?
Yes, but like now I need a death. Just give me a death.
We had River.
I want Master death. Like, shot him, he died. But then also, his freaking daughter.
Instead of like a half save.
Yeah, so I want to have saves.
Again, my biggest pet peeve is bringing people back to life.
Mm-hmm.
Let people die.
Yeah, they
Let
bring people back
emotions.
all the time.
Because then, like, his daughter, shot, died. I'm back alive, bro.
It just takes away the
hurt.
Yeah.
Like, the impact. I mean, mind you, I don't want Donna to die. That's my guess. But also, at some point, I'm gonna need somebody to just die. Yes, fate's worse than death, because she's gonna be stuck here forever. She's gonna do this. But just die. I'm just waiting for my death. Permanent. No. Yes, River died, but now she's like low-key alive with the Berserker Echo. Like,
I
no.
need somebody that I already know and I already care about to fucking get killed.
Yes. No, bring it back. No, we never seen them again. They are dead.
I want to feel loss. Kill the doctor.
Yes.
Look. That ain't never gonna happen. Except kind of with them. Because with her, like, she dead, but, like, she's also traveling. Okay? And then you have that one, which is the most devastating fucking end for a companion.
True.
Thank you. But then they got weird shit with the girl with the tears and then water and then, so like, but like she dead. Okay.
It gives me a River dead. Like, yes,
and then,
she is dead, but
yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, I'm trying to think. Is there ever?
There's no end. There's nothing.
No but.
Yeah.
Okay. There's two. Technically.
Technically? What do you mean technically?
Because see? They are dead. No, they're dead. Okay?
Okay.
They're dead. And we're never going to see them again.
I think it doesn't count.
Why? That's the last time we see them.
I think you're right, but
you literally
it's
see
not,
their gravestones.
You don't. Yes.
And never see them again.
It's not the same.
But they are dead.
It's not the same.
That's the closest one we're going to get.
I want someone to get killed.
Yeah.
I don't want people to die. I want them to get killed.
See what he did there? That was good. That was good. Yeah, no.
And it's good, because, like, yay, my people aren't, like, dead or whatever. But like,
also,
bad things happen. But at
like,
some
it's
point,
almost sometimes more devastating.
It can be. For every single thing to always be, like, somehow still alive.
Yeah, you got me there. You got me there.
Just want that death, but not Donna.
Granted, maybe we're asking too much from a PG-13 BBC TV show. But
True. So, like, not mad. Just, like...
Maybe we just need to read some of the...
peeved!
Yeah.
Maybe we need to read some of the books and the audio plays.
Maybe. I think also Classic Who I think they kill off people in Classic Who. Probably more often.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
That's what we need to do. But next week, we're watching episodes 10 and 11, Midnight and Turn Left. These are, 2 episodes, and then we got the 2-part finale.
So good.
Kind of. Because we also have, I think it's 4 specials.
Okay.
And then the last special is the finale. But, like, this is the 2-part finale. Not next week, but the week after.
What?
You'll see. It's hard. This season is weird, and I don't know if, like, other British shows, like, do this, but, like, this season is odd in the way that it's set up, because, like, it is technically episode 13, Journey's End, is the finale, is the end of the season, but there are specials, and then those specials are the end of...
Like, the whole arc?
The arc. Well, of the Doctor. Of 10.
So...
That's why I'm always like, the Christmas episode, I put at the end of the season. Even though people will say that the Christmas episode goes with the new season, like it's episode 0 of the new season, which I get sometimes, like, David Tennant, that his first episode was the Christmas episode. But, like, it's hard. But, like, this, I have to put the specials in the Christmas special.
Why is there specials?
I don't know.
Because, like,
I don't know.
If I'm just watching it, and if they don't have the specials, like, on the platform.
It is on the platform. It is, like, the rest of the season. Like on HBO Max where we're watching it, it is episode 14, 15. Like,
But then it gets weird with Disney because they have the specials separate.
So let's say I'm watching it on Disney, which like, ew.
Yeah,
but like watching it there. Okay, I'm going through the season. I end here. Now I'm starting the next season. I'm like, new Doctor.
Yeah, you don't start with season 1 of Doctor Who. You start with special 1, special 2, special 3, and special 4.
Why are they specials? Why aren't they just part of the season?
I don't know. I literally don't know. Because they're trying to be different.
Because like it'd be so easy to miss those.
Yeah.
If you're a
and they're
new
really
person
important.
just
Yeah,
scrolling
that's
through.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah.
Okay.
So even though we're going to get to the finale soon, it's not the finale. But it is what I consider the 2-part finale of.
So when we do a ranking of this series, are we including the specials?
Yes, we are. Because it's the. So David Tennant is the 10th Doctor.
Yeah.
Spoiler, I guess. He, is not regenerating at the end of episode 13, Journey's End. He is continuing on into the specials, and then the very last special, he's regenerating.
Okay.
And that finale. Oh, that one makes me cry.
I think he has the best send-off.
Oh, he absolutely does have the best send-off. Really? So this 2-part finale that we're going to get to soon, best season finale. Great. And then the actual finale of the season, best Doctor finale, I'll say. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
It is phenomenal. I don't necessarily love all the specials, though, I will say.
Like the plot of it?
So each special kind of is its own, except for like the last. The last one's good.
Okay.
But like these, I'm like.
Do they have to be there? We have
to watch them.
Okay.
But I don't think we needed them. We'll get there when we get there.
Okay.
But regardless, we're watching
10 minutes talking about future episodes.
I do this every time. How many? I mean, I've been doing a really good job.
Yeah.
Not bringing up future companions, aka Clara. I fucking hate that bitch.
Fuck you.
You're gonna love her, and I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm gonna rein you in.
I hate Clara. No, she's actually not that bad.
Thank you for watching.
We're watching episodes 10 and 11 next week.
Bye.
We'll see you then. Bye.